coffee and your smartwatches, and all right, I'm ready. So I walked in, found my spot. My duffel bag is next to my desk, and I'm ready.
Workstation prep. We begin with daily workstation preparation. 10 minutes will be provided to prepare your daily workstation. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your preparation. Timing begins now.
So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing. So I'm walking over to my duffel bag. I'm going to go into my duffel bag. I'm going to unzip it. The first thing I'm going to do is sanitize my hands. So I got to go inside my workstation prep bag. I would suggest leaving this bag open with the hand sanitizer laying on top. It just helps you. They don't know that you are not going inside the baggie for it. So here's my hand sanitizer, okay? So I'm gonna sanitize my hands. Pretend at least or something. Okay, there we go. Cap back up. I'm gonna put under my armpits. And then I'm gonna come back in my baggie. And I'm gonna grab.
Does the sanitizer have to have a lid on it?
No, I would actually take it off.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
And then I'm gonna take my garbage bags while I'm down here and put them under my armpit. And then zip this back up. Don't leave this open. And then get up. Grab your baggies, your garbage bags. And you'll open them up and set them down on the floor. And the other one. Set it again down on the floor, facing labels. Labels are facing out. I'm gonna go back inside my baggie. I'm going to sanitize my hands before I go inside my baggie. So sanitize my hands back under armpit. Going into this duffel bag. I'm gonna unzip it and I'm gonna open, or take out rather, my workstation prep bag. You'll take this baggie out, stick it under your armpit, and zip this back up. Then you can stand up. Before I go back into this baggie, I gotta sanitize my hands. Again. Spray. Stick under armpit. Now open. And pull out 2 gloves. 1 glove, I'm just gonna pretend. So under armpit, glove on. Next glove, zip this back up with the other glove on, okay? Then I gotta go back in this baggie, so pretend my gloves are on. Baggie, sanitize again with my gloves on, and I'm gonna grab a barbicide wipe out. So open it up, grab out a barbicide wipe from inside your bag, pull it out, Ziploc baggie back up because you don't want it to get contaminated. Imagine the air is like really polluted or something, so you need to keep it shut. So then wipe your table off with your barbicide. Wipe, 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 wipe. And then you'll throw it away into your single use. And then I'm gonna grab another barbicide wipe out. So then I have to open this back up. That means I gotta re-sanitize. So boom. Oh, now I can set things on my table because my table's clean. I can do that. Going back in, I'm gonna grab another barbicide wipe out. And I'm gonna clean the table behind me, which is where your mannequin head will go. So clean, 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 clean. Throw away. Now I'm gonna set everything out on the table. So I'm gonna go back in this baggie, spray, sanitize, set this down. Now I can open this up and start laying everything out. This can go there, this go there. First aid kit, and my barbicide wipes. This bag will be empty and it goes into single use as well. So then I'll put this in single use. Okay. Then I'm going to sanitize my hands. I have gloves on. I'm gonna remove my gloves.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna throw them away. And I'm gonna sanitize my bare hands again. And then you stand and wait. So that was the first segment, was workstation prep. Okay, next.
This evaluation is basic facial. 10 minutes will be provided to set up your workstation and prepare your client for a basic facial. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your preparation. Timing begins now.
Okay, so the first thing you do is step up, sanitize hands, put on gloves, sanitize gloves. Before I go in there, I'm gonna re-barbicide. Imagine time went by. So I put on gloves, and then I'm gonna clean my table. So grab another barbicide wipe, 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 wipe. I take my towel, I slide it to the other side, wipe, 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 throw away into single use. Grab another barbicide wipe, wipe down your chair, wipe, 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 throw away, re-sanitize hands. You don't want barbicide in your hands, so re-sanitize. Now I'm gonna go back in here. So at this point, I'm gonna grab a couple things. I'm gonna grab 3 bags. I'm gonna grab my sheets. I'm gonna grab my steamer bag. And I'm gonna also grab my facial bag. And then I'm gonna zip this back up. And then are you gonna stand it? So take your sheets. Before I go inside my sheets and set my table, I'm going to sanitize again. So sanitize, and remember I can set them on the table. I can set all of them on the table because my table is clean. So I'll take these, pretend I took that out, and I put my fitted sheet on my chair. Then I'm gonna go back inside this bag, sanitize, and pull everything out. So there's my bowls. You'll line up all your bowls like that. There's my headband. Whenever you see a headband, it should remind you to get your mannequin head out. So we'll do that in a moment. Cotton rounds, stick those out. Cleanser out, my moisturizer out, and my mask out. Mask brushes, I take them out of the packaging.
Yeah.
The décolleté towel, here's my toner, and extra paper towel. Empty bag, throw it away. Steamer towel stays inside baggie. They're wet, so they stay. Okay, so I saw that I have a headband out. I'm also gonna grab my mannequin head. So she is inside my duffel bag, so I'm gonna spray my hands with sanitizer, or my gloves rather. Come inside your duffel bag, grab your client, okay? Set her down on the sheets. Okay, set her on the sheet. Then I grab a headband, put it on, mannequin head. Then take the towel and wrap their décolleté. Get that? Wrap their décolleté. Okay? And then I'm ready to go. Spray my hands, spray my gloves rather. Then take off gloves and spray my hands. Then ready. Next up.
10 minutes will be provided to complete a basic facial. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your basic facial. Timing begins now.
Okay, so then at this point, before you start your facial, you're gonna wash your hands at a sink. So I'm gonna go to the sink, wash, 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 wash. I heard that there's no paper towel there, so then you come back. You've got some right here. Dry, 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 dry. Oh, thank you. Throw away. Pretend I threw it away. I just don't wanna, I wanna make this easy for myself. So, dried my hands off, then I'm gonna put on gloves. So then I'm gonna spray sanitizer on, rub it in, grab some gloves, put them on, re-sanitize gloves, okay? All right, now we go. So I'm gonna grab my cleanser, put it in a bowl. Put it back on the table. Take a brush. Paint your cleanser on your mannequin head's face. Okay, beautiful. Then I can take these are my first things that are gonna go inside my multi-use laundry box. Now, I'm gonna come over here, I don't sanitize my hands, and I'm going to manipulate this cleanser into their face. So you're gonna use your Esty fingers, and you're gonna do a little cleanse. Maybe do like 3 passes of each. Then, done with cleanser. And I'm gonna grab a wet towel. So you don't necessarily need to sanitize your hands because you're working on one client. This is all like their you're touching their face and it's gonna go on their face. So, but to play it safe and just like be in, like to try to stay in a pattern, I'm gonna sanitize before I go in there. I'm gonna grab a wet towel. So now we have our wet towel. So I'm gonna open it. They want you to test it on your wrists. So I'm testing it on my wrists. That's definitely gonna be marked whether you do it or not. Now, and I'm gonna wrap my client and remove my cleanser. Some pressure. Remove cleanser. Boop, 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 boop. And then this goes in my this one. Yes, my multi-use. Okay. Then we just keep on going. Next is gonna be my mask. So then I take my mask product, put it in the next bowl, set it down, grab my other brush, paint my mask on. They want to make sure that you don't have mask in their nostrils, on their lips, or on their eyes. Make sure you do a thorough job. Then at this point you can put these in here too. Boom, boom. Okay, they come around and they're checking to make sure you're doing a good job as far as the mask goes. And then you carry on after they've seen you and acknowledged you. So I'm going to sanitize my hands just to stay in a pattern. Go inside here, grab my other towel, test it on my wrists. It is a good temperature. I'm going to come around my client, wrap them and remove the mask. They want to see like a good little triangle. I'll redo it. I just like threw it on her face. So they want to see like it looked like this. They want to see that. So make sure it's more or less like that. Okay. Remove. Boop, 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 boop. Wipe. 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 She's gorgeous. Okay. And then this will go inside this one. I'm gonna take, there's a couple ways to apply your toner. You can use a cotton round, or you can just spray it on. So let's just do the spray on method because it'll just be faster. So I cover their eyes, point my nozzle up, and spray over their head like a rainbow. So after you've masked them and removed mask, you gotta tone them. So that's when the toner comes in. Sorry. Then you take your moisturizer, back of hand, 4 or 5 quadrants. Chin, nose, forehead, cheek, cheek. Wipe it out. Wipe it out. Now I'm gonna take my baggie that's empty, pretend it's empty, stick it into single use, yeah. And then I'm going to leave everything the way that it is. I'm gonna sanitize my gloves, remove my gloves, throw them in the trash can, and sanitize my bare hands. Okay, then we'll wait for the next step.
We will now continue the basic facial. 5 minutes will be provided to clean up your basic facial workstation. The proctor will announce when there are 2 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your cleanup. Timing begins now.
Okay, so what you do for cleanup is you have to start it the same way you've been. So sanitize hands, put on gloves, sanitize gloves. Okay, now everything that I took out for the facial portion of the exam, I'm gonna throw away. Everything that I took out with the prep bag is gonna stay out. Okay, so these all go inside here. This is my multi-use. Cotton rounds, whatever I didn't use, also in there. Bowl of water, also in there. Paper towel, also in there. Then I'll start taking care of my mannequin head. So then these is a towel, multi-use. Oop.
I was like, you threw the paper towel.
Multi-use. My bad.
Single use.
Sorry. My bad. Just a second. So then, client, down on the ground. And then you take your sheet. Oh, you would also take the, you'd also take the, this
Headband.
off of your client. I forgot to show that.
Is that
But
one
pretend I took
single
that off.
use?
And then this will go into single use because it's a disposable one, and I just threw it in the wrong one. So then I take my sheets. Sheets go inside multi-use. Then I gotta barbicide my table. Barbicide. Wipe, 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 wipe. Wipe, 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 wipe. Throw away. Drag it back. Another one. Wipe, 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 wipe. Throw away. Now I'm done. So I'm gonna sanitize my hands. No, yeah. Sanitize hands. Remove gloves. Single use, sanitize hands. Then we're ready for our next segment.
All right, topic area 3. This is eyebrow waxing and tweezing. This evaluation is eyebrow waxing and tweezing. 10 minutes will be provided to set up your workstation and prepare your client for an eyebrow wax and tweezing. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your preparation. Timing begins now.
Okay. So I'm gonna step up, sanitize my hands, put on gloves, sanitize gloves, gonna barbicide my table, wipe, 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 throw away. Make sure that you have a separate barbicide wipe for each side. So then I'm gonna grab another one, do my chair, throw away. I'm gonna go back in my duffel bag now. I'm gonna sanitize. Okie dokie, finding my hair removal, put under armpit, lock back up, walk back to my desk. I can set this down. I'm gonna go inside my baggie, so I'm gonna sanitize again. And I'm gonna set everything up. Paper towel, comes out. Towel, comes out. Headband, out. Cutting rounds, antiseptic, tweezers, and popsicle sticks, and muslin strip. Everything comes out. And wax. And then this goes inside the single use. Okay? Then look what I got. I pulled this out. So
okay,
that
you
means
need your mannequin head.
that means I need my mannequin head. So before I touch my client, I'm going to then pick her up. She doesn't need a towel. That's just for the facial. Like the sheet is just for the facial. So set her down. Take your headband. Put it on them, take your towel, and wrap their décolleté. Next, I will take my gloves off and sanitize. So sanitize, rub in, remove gloves, sanitize again, and then I wait.
You may now begin waxing
And tweezing.
and tweezing.
Thank you. Okay, so step back up. Sanitize, gloves, sanitize. Okay, I'm gonna take some cotton rounds. I'm gonna take my antiseptic, spray, antiseptic, and I'm gonna clean one brow at a time. So wipe, 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 dry, dry, dry. Throw away into single use. Then I will take my tweezers and I will take another cotton round and I put her cotton round on her shoulder, and I'm gonna stand on this brow and properly tweeze the brow. So I'm going to brace, so mock that I'm bracing or stretching their skin out with my fingers. I'm gonna tweeze from underneath. I'm gonna tweeze underneath the brow. So I'm gonna simulate basically sliding my tweezers underneath the hair and pulling out and applying pressure. And then wiping the hair on that cotton round that's on their shoulders.
That's something yeah.
So keep doing that until they find it, or till they see you, till they see you. So pull, pressure, wipe, pull, pressure, wipe, pull, pressure, wipe. Just keep doing it, pull, pressure, wipe. Now they saw me, okay. Pull, pressure, wipe, I'm done. I'm gonna take my tweezers, that's why you wanna get a cheap pair of tweezers, because you're gonna drop them from like 5 feet and throw them into the multi-use. Then I'm going to take my other cotton round that's now garbage and throw it into single use. Pretend I did that. Then I will clean my brow that I just tweezed. So grab another cotton round, antiseptic, spray, spray, spray. Take another one because you're gonna have to dry it as well. And I'm gonna clean this brow. Wipe, 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 dry, dry, dry. Throw away into multi-use. I'm sorry, single use, single use. Okay? Now we're gonna go right to the next brow. They're not gonna prompt you into it. You just go ahead into the next brow. So then I'm gonna do the same thing. Grab 2 cotton rounds, spray, spray, spray. And I'm gonna clean the opposite brow. 1, 2, 3, dry, 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 dry. Throw away into single use. Then I'm going to take a popsicle stick and my wax, and I'm going to test my wax. So I'm going to wax the underside of this other opposite brow. So open up your wax. Grab your little wax from your little pods. And then cop it back up. And then test it on the inside of your wrist. Okay? This gets thrown away. Pretend I did that. And then keep this in your hand. Take a muslin strip. Wipe it off. Throw it away into single use. And now you're ready to go. So grab the other popsicle stick. Come over to the opposite side of the brow. Open up your wax. Grab some wax. Cap it back up. You can hold it if you want, or you can set it back down. Brace their head. And you're going to start from the front of the brow and just pretend that you're applying wax with Vaseline. So go down on the bottom side of the arch. Okay, that's good. Throw that away. Grab your muslin strip, put this on the face, and do 1, 2. Hold taut, pull in the right direction, and apply pressure. So that's what they want you to. That's what they want to see. They want to see you apply it properly. Make sure you wipe the muslin strip into the wax and pull fast and then apply that pressure. They want to see that done just one time. Okay? And then you'll take this, throw this away, and then what you'll do is you'll end this procedure by cleaning that brow. So I'll take 2 cotton rounds, 1 to dry, 1 to wipe. So spray, 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 spray. Wipe, 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 wipe. Dry, 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 dry. Okay? Then I'm all done. So then I'm going to take my hand sanitizer, spray, spray, take off gloves, throw away, spray, spray, and I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting. These would be thrown away. So just pretend that that's not on the table. Okay.
We will now continue the eyebrow waxing and fusing. 5 minutes will be provided to clean up your eyebrow waxing and fusing workstation. The proctor will announce when there are 2 minutes left to finish. When you complete your task, please stand quietly. Start your cleanup. Timing begins now.
Okay, so then what you do is just start throwing things away. But gloves are off. I need to put gloves on to sanitize. So sanitize, gloves, sanitize. And then, yes, throw away. Wax goes into multi-use. Any extra supplies that you might have will go into single use, of course. Like what is single use will go into single use. Also cotton rounds, same thing. So these will go in here, like that. Multi-use, multi-use. Paper towel will also go into not single use. I'll go in single use. And then see how these are the same products that were in my skateboard prep? Yeah, so it just stays there. Okay, then I'll break down my client, take my headband, got it, throw it away into single use, then towel into multi-use, and then mannequin head can go on the floor. Then, before I'm done, I got a barbicide. So what? Grab a wipe, 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 throw away into single use, take another wipe, 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 wipe. Throw away and sanitize my hands and gloves off into
Single use.
Yep. Bare hands, boom, boom, clean. Then you wait.
This evaluation is makeup application. 10 minutes will be provided to set up your workstation and prepare your client for a makeup application. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly, start your preparation, timing begins now.
Okay. This is the last step. Skateboard's very easy. Okay, so we're doing makeup. So we're going to start again the same way we started every step. Sanitize, gloves, sanitize, clean table, barbicide wipe, slide, throw away. Next, table, throw away, single use. And then I'm gonna go inside my baggie. So then I'm gonna sanitize my hands, go inside my baggie, or my duffel bag, sorry, my duffel. Grab my makeup, ziplock this back up, set this on the table. Before I go back in there, I need to sanitize, so, okay. Open up and take everything out. So paper towel goes out, headband, so that means I get my client, palette, eyeshadow, lip glosses, applicators, and decollete towel. That all goes out. Empty bag. Whenever I get an empty bag, get rid of it. Put that into the single use. Then I'm gonna grab my mannequin head. So before I touch my client, I'm gonna sanitize my hands. I'm gonna take my client, put her on the table. Then I'm gonna take my towel, put this on her décolleté, and also her headband. Okay. All right, and then I'm ready to go. So then I'm gonna sanitize my hands, remove my gloves, sanitize hands. Okay, and then you wait.
10 minutes will be provided to complete a makeup application. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your makeup application. Timing begins now.
Okay, so walk up to the table, sanitize, gloves, sanitize. Okay, then it doesn't matter what order you do it in as far as like eyeshadow first, lips first, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just start with lips. So then grab your product, open it up. You can't use the stick, so you use a dough foot. Stick it in there, cap it back up, set this back down on the table. There is my lip product, and they want to just make sure it's on nicely. Take the time to do this. I think you have like 10 minutes for this section. It's used, so I put it into the disposable. Then take my eyeshadow like this, and it will go on my palette, and I'll take my scraper and I'll scrape this off onto my palette. Okay, so pretend I just did that. Then I'll take an applicator, and the key in this step is that you use one side of the applicator for each eye. So imagine that there might be like a sty in one eye, you wouldn't want to spread it to the other eye, so that's why they want you to use like either one eye, so left eye, right eye, or left eye, throw it away, right eye. So either or. I would probably want them to make sure that I'm using a different one, so I might just throw this away rather than like just flip it around because they might not see that. So anyway, my shadow's on here. I'm gonna take my color, put it on her eyelids, throw this away, pretend I threw it away. And then next one, next eye, throw it away, then I'm done. So then I'll take my sanitizer, remove gloves, sanitize hands.
We will now continue makeup application. 5 minutes will be provided to clean up your makeup application workstation. The proctor will announce when there are 2 minutes left to finish. When you complete your task, please stand quietly. Start your cleanup. Timing begins now.
Okay, so then step up, sanitize, gloves, sanitize, okay? Then throw things away. So any extra product, these are obviously single use, so you put them into single use. These are all multi-use, so you can put them into multi-use. Single use here. And then barbicide. Wait, pause. Single use, towel, multi-use. Take client, set her on ground. And then barbicide. So pull out, wipe, 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 wipe. And wipe, 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 wipe. Throw away. Take other one, wipe, wipe, wipe. Throw away. Gloves. Spray, spray. Remove gloves. Spray, spray. Last section. This is just gonna be like the cleanup at the end of the day. Cleanup.
This evaluation is end of day cleanup. 10 minutes will be provided to clean up your workstation. The proctor will announce when there are 5 minutes left to finish. When you complete your tasks, please stand quietly. Start your daily cleanup. Timing begins now.
Okay. Brain fart. Okay, walk up, spray, spray, gloves, 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 spray, spray, gloves. Then I'm gonna take my first aid kit and throw it away. Multi-use. I'm gonna take my gloves, throw it away. Multi-use. So you just have these two on your table. Take this under armpit, pick this up. Bless you. Take this, throw it away into multi-use. Take a wipe, 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 throw away. Take another wipe, 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 throw away. Don't need these. Put it into your multi-use. Then here are my hand sanitize, sanitize. Back under my armpit, remove gloves, throw away, Sanitize, sanitize, bare hands, multi-use. And that's it.
Yay!
Thank you.
Miss
Thank
Rachel.
Yeah.
You have to have 2 separate trash cans.
Yes. Because as we start going through it, some things you'll be putting like your brushes into multi-use, and then your other things into single use, like your disposables. That's
yeah,
why.
but like, is that like their rules? Like, you actually have to have 2 separate trash cans, so you can't just have one.
Correct. You have 2 different ones.
So,
Yeah. Yes.
Can you like hand sanitize too much? Like better
No.
be safe than sorry if you're
no,
like,
you
oh
wanna do as
shit.
much as possible.
Okay.
You, when in doubt, sanitize.
Okay.
Yeah. Always. 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 Because that's what they're gonna grade you on.
Do you have to grab them all at the same time?
Yeah.
What if you
Well,
grab one?
Maybe just grab them one at a time if you need to. I just grab them all. Just like throw them in your hands.
If you were to drop a bag with that,
You would want to properly sanitize it. So you would take a barbicide wipe off the outside of the bag, and then sanitize your hands. Yeah. Don't worry. It won't happen.
so you don't even like clean them out. You just toss
Throw them in
in
there. Just toss them in there.
Can I like wipe the cleanser off my hands on the paper towel that I have on my desk before?
No, you would have thrown that away already.
I know, but there's another sheet. There should be
Oh,
another
yeah.
sheet of paper towel on it.
Yeah. You have some cleanser on it?
And
Yes.
And then sanitize.
Yeah.
I feel like putting sanitizer.
Can you go that fast?
No. You'll go slower.
You want the judges to see what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing that.
So with the mannequin head, it doesn't have to go back in the duffel bag?
No, she just goes right on the ground. So there are some things that I put right in there as I go, because if I took my brushes in my bowl and set them back down on the table, assume that I'm contaminating this table, this work area. So that's why you just get rid of it. Whereas my bottles are all in individual things, so I just leave those out.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Like when you're waxing and stuff, when we're getting to that step, you don't put your popsicle sticks back on the table or your muslin strips back on the table like we do. You'll just throw them away. Yeah. And then there'll be a cleanup portion of that exam where you're going to grab everything else that stayed on the table, like your wax and any other extra muslin strips or what have you.
So at the end of every step you barbicide, and then at the beginning of every step you barbicide.
Yes. Very good. But you
And
can
you
stand to the
only
side or
do-
behind.
Tweezing on the one brow and then waxing on the
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Did I take my palette and scraper out of the packaging?
This, yeah, I would. Yeah. Your brushes and this, I would take off. And
Oh,
personally, I would take this cap off.
Okay.
Would we take the cap off for like our spray bottles too?
Yes. I wouldn't want you guys to have to do this as
Every
an
single
extra
time.
step. Yeah, so just toss it. Yeah.
The eyeshadow, they just want you to like put it. They just want to see that you can put it on the eye. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And what they're
You don't have to
looking
do
for
anything
is sanitation. They're not looking for like technique or how good it is.
Okay.
It literally make them look like a clown, and they just want to make sure that you're being sanitary.